What's cracking, you people? Anansi here, and welcome back to Ninja Gaiden Sigma. In the last one, we made our way deeper and deeper into the catacombs, where I died a lot of times. Like, a lot of times. Pretty much all of it my fault. But we kept continuing downwards and downwards, and we eventually found the Gregorian flails. Let me get these out real fast. The bladed nunchuck, which pretty much makes the nunchaku obsolete because, well, one thing, the nunchaku, unlike the Gregorian flail, has no level up. What you see is what you get. The Gregorian flail levels up. It's very much a redundant weapon, and I don't know why it is they put it in the game. I really don't. But it's here. It is what it is. We're just going to make do of it. And on this one, we're going to keep continuing. Well, we're going to keep continuing. Hot der. We're going to continue through the catacombs and just figure out what secrets we can find here. The ritual room. Okay, so remember that Gregorian flail we got earlier? Now then, time to make your life a lot easier with this because. Okay, I'm about to die here. I'm trying to show this off. So yeah, just pretty much keep a move on. There we go. Luckily we had some invisibility frames there when we were posing, because my goodness, that would have been. Sucks to be you! Eat your heart out, Zelda. We got redeads now. They're not called redeads, but man, oh man, do they hit like them. So basically, with these particular enemies, you're gonna want to be mindful because they have a lot of range, incredible wind up. Much like our big dragon folk, they have an unblockable attack that does a blockable grab move, I should say, that does a lot of damage to you all at once. So just be mindful of that. And since your first introduction to him is this tiny freaking room, you're going to get real familiar with their range. Trust me on this. Need to die real quick. Okay, that got me. Okay, get it. Get off me. Get off me. Luckily, their grab move has a pretty big wind up, and you can pretty much get out of it. Since we have some Nimpo to use, go ahead and use it. That's my general rule of thumb when I use Nimpo. I pretty much wait until I pretty much exhausted it. You know, and I see one, well, not until I exhausted it. I pretty much wait until I see one that is free to use, and then I just use that one. So that way, okay. Not gonna lie, that was a little bit out of reach, but I forget that if they're trying to hit you, you're in range. Okay. Get off me, get off me, get off of me, get off of me! And I got it. Okay. That was harder than it needed to be. And now we collect our prize, the Holy Chalice. Holy Grail. I didn't want to say chalice because I figured it would be wrong and too easy to copyright that. Well, I say copyright, but too much of a reference to Indiana Jones, especially considering the fact that in the last part we had literally the boulder chasing us. But I forget that this is Itagaki we're talking about here, and I've been looking into a couple of things recently that well, it's not stuff that's like I can definitively prove, you know. It's more like one of those things that's like you kind of notice. That you kind of notice in retrospect. And I was thinking about this recently because I was looking at footage from Mortal Kombat because, you know, I just started watching. I just watched Scorpion's Revenge. And yes, you can do a flying swallow off the wall. I'm sorry for the tangent here, but if you're on a wall and you do a proper move, you can do a flying swallow off the wall if you know what you're doing. But yeah, I was watching Scorpion's Revenge and I started thinking about Mortal Kombat. And I remembered that Mortal Kombat had this interesting dynamic where Kitana and Mileena are sisters. Mileena is a clone sister, essentially. So she was like this demented clone sister, and they were talking about how how her conceptualization with her and Kitana was a take on the Veiled Sisters idea that both sisters are veiled, but you don't know if one's ugly or one's beautiful. And it made me think that it got me to thinking that especially with Mortal Kombat 9 and the reboot going into 11, they pretty much make it out where it's like Mileena wants to be actual like siblings with Kitana in a sick, demented fashion, and it got me thinking. And this might be pure coincidence, and if you want to weigh on this, feel free. I welcome it below. Kitana wears blue. Mileena wears purple, kind of magenta-ish, but has been leaning more towards purple in recent years. In the Dead or Alive sister series, more ways than one, to Ninja Gaiden. The Dragon's Claw and Tiger's Fang. We have the characters of Kasumi and Ayane. Kasumi wears blue, Ayane wears purple. They are two sisters with a very, for all intents and purposes, very twisted way of how they became family. I say they're sisters. The more accurate term is that they're sisters and cousins, and that's a whole thing that I get into. I'm going to get into a little bit in my Dead or Alive series, because it is. Oh boy, it is one of those things where it's like, be grateful your family drama is not what they got going on. But yeah, anyway, what's getting at again? Oh right, yeah, you get the guys off, they don't die. So yeah, keep that in mind when you're there we go. And Dragon Fang and Tiger's Claw super move. So yeah, anyway, what's it getting at again? Right. So I was thinking Itagaki pretty much is a stylish dude. Like he pretty much builds his brand on style, you know. Especially with Devil's Third, say what you will about that game's quality, it is designed to be a stylistic game. You know, it has a style written all over it. But a lot of it is borrowing from some concepts, you know what I mean? And I'm wondering if it's like the dynamic for Kasumi and Ayane was borrowed from borrowed from Dead or Alive, borrowed from Mortal Kombat. I don't know why that was so hard to get out. I have nothing to base this on, and no proof of it. It's just one of those things I just kind of noticed, but it's like, it's too similar to just be a coincidence, right? We got two sisters, one wearing blue, one wearing purple, who, as far as their origin started off, one hates the other, right? They don't. In Mortal Kombat, both sisters definitely hate each other. At least they do by the time by the time all the events kick off. But in Dead or Alive, only one sister hates the other, and that's just due to revelations about their family heritage and whatnot. Especially considering the fact that one of them didn't even know they were sisters. Well, both didn't know they were sisters. So I wonder if it's like he got that from Mortal Kombat, because I remember that the origin for nope, Gregorian Flail. That apparently the concept for Dead or Alive came about not as like a competitor to Tekken initially. It came up because Itagaki didn't like Tekken 2. No, not Tekken 2, Tekken 3. He was, if I remember the quote here, he was disappointed. I gotta climb up this. He was disappointed with the gameplay and mechanics of Tekken 3. So he made Dead or Alive as an answer to what he saw as a weaker product. That got worse over time. I mean, say what you will, he was the change he wanted to be, so I'll give him props for that. But it's like, I've never played Tekken 2 or 3. I couldn't tell you. I think I've only played like 5 and I want to say 6 or 7. But the point still stands. You know, it's like when he was developing Dead or Alive, specifically Dead or Alive 2, because Dead or Alive 2 is very much where the story, I would argue, starts to happen. Because Dead or Alive 1 was just a arcade game, you know. Okay, forgot you could do that. Deal with it. Did he get inspiration from Mortal Kombat for the dynamic of Kasumi Ayane? You know, that's one of those things where it's like, I wonder about, because, you know, a lot of Ninja Gaiden has a good couple of references to pop culture. You know, I mean, it happens. Imitation is the sincerest for flattery, I believe. I believe it's how the saying goes. It might just be a way for some people to justify blatant copyright infringement. But still, just one of those things I think about from time to time when I play these games, because stylish as they are, they do have some flaws. Okay, I only found the one. So, okay, the Gregorian Flail. We can upgrade these. So let's go ahead and max these out. And that's pretty much going to do it for this. And the wooden sword is still kind of low. Once again, if we have like spare money from time to time, then yes, I will definitely do this. Like for right now, we got some spare money. I'll go ahead and upgrade it a little bit. Okay, and that should do it right now. I want to buy a Talisman of Rebirth. Because you don't find many of them in the game, and having them around does help. So yeah, there we go. So we got plenty of these, and we got plenty of these for right now. So I'm not too worried about it. You know, was there anything over here? Did I neglect anything over here? Because I might have neglected something over here. Nope, that's the way we took to get in here. Okay. Okay. What's this? A giant chain is connected to the plate at the bottom of the shaft. It is constructed so that the plate can be lifted by winding the chain. The chain looks old and brittle, but the sheer size of it means that it can't be easily severed. Okay, get the hacksaw. Okay, now this is where things get a little bit hard. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to be dealing with a couple of these guys, and they're going to respawn infinitely. and they're not going to make your life any easier. But luckily, okay, I say respawn instantly. Basically, they respawn every time you fall down. So yeah, just be mindful of that. Mess that up. Let's see here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. That's one down. Okay, that's on me. Okay, missed my chance to get that health, so that's on me once again. Okay, do that. Okay, got a little bit of health there. That works out fine. So if you fall down, they respawn. If you don't fall down, you're good. Gonna replenish on that because I don't know if we're gonna be able to get any more. And just to save me some sanity here, we're going to save here. Okay, we got some of these guys. The Gorian Flail, come on. And there we go. I guess you were meant to find the find that scarab if you had fallen down, if you had come down here and tried to get back up. But since, you know, I want that chest, we pretty much did it the other way around. And just like that, bada bing, bada boom, we're done. And here we go. Now with that Holy Grail, doesn't look very holy if you ask me, not rusted or beaten down at all, we're going to want to place it on this altar. And who didn't see that coming? Now, what you want to do with this? See where we are with this. This is maxed out here. So, basically, your basic gigantic boss. He's going to launch these back spice at you. So what you're going to want to do is just avoid as much as you can. And just avoid getting hit by it as much as you can, because man, oh man, do you love his tail swipe. Oh, it hits you in the back swipe too. Of course it does. And yes, he will bite at you, so keep that in mind whenever you're fighting him. Like there, because that does a lot of damage. Okay, this swipe attack, nice. I believe every position he's in, he does a different kind of melee attack. Like if he's positioned where he has his behind to you. Oh, that was close. Okay, he will definitely use his tail attack at. He'll definitely use a tail swipe at you. Okay. So, and you can jump over the tail if you want. The best thing to do is to try to get underneath it. And I believe the game is kind of that it doesn't. Okay, that was close. Thought he swiped at me for a second there. And I believe the game is kind enough that it will not let you fall off the edge. And we've done a decent amount of damage to each of the limbs here. So now, oh dear. And yes, when he's transitioning with his tail, he can do that to you. So, okay, I used my talisman there. Was not trying to do that, but you know it happens. And now he's almost there. So this isn't a hard boss. You just gotta know where to strike. And we're gonna call it a part there. Let's see, what did we? What was our rank? We did all right, but it did take us a little over an hour to beat this level. Master Ninja, not bad at all. At any rate, I've been Anansi, you've been awesome, and I'll catch you in the next one. 'Cause I mean, you don't top killing an undead T-Rex dinosaur lizard thing.